So hello guys, we are live again. The second test match it started today in Delhi, the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Australia won the toss, choose to bat first. I will talk about the match, the day. It belongs to Australia or India. I will discuss about this thing from Australia. We have Charbal as our guest in that series also. Of the first day also, he was first day with us also. Well, Charbal, welcome back.
Thanks, Ranjay. Glad to be back.
I think we start with that toss. Australia batted first. So first thing, Usman Khwaja was a really talked better in India that he can be a threat. His spin game is really good. So what are your views about Usman Khwaja's batting today?
He played very well today,
He throws.
Usman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a plan to be very positive and try to put the bowlers off their length, and I think he did a very very good job. I was actually devastated when he got out because he and Peter Hanscom had a very good partnership going there, but he played
Yeah.
very well, Kawaja, and that's a big innings for him away in India. His first significant score in India after a difficult first test. So hopefully that'll be the first of a few good scores from him in this series.
Yep. He throws away his wicket, but his scoring was really good in that starting match. Yeah, in that starting his innings when he
Yeah, look,
started, he
he, he
attacked
he
all
did
the
he did
bowlers.
well with the reverse sweep. I know he got out to the reverse
Yeah.
sweep, but he scored a lot of runs with that shot as well. So maybe the ball was a bit too far,
Yeah.
towards the leg stump. So
True.
yeah, he did play well overall though.
Yeah. David Warner fails once again. Failed continuously in India. His record was not that top kind of a batter. He was more of a scorer in that home. And I think one more place. I think South Africa. Uh, So he's failed in England. He was failing in India continuously. It was his third tour, I think. So what do you think about David Warner?
I think his spot is under threat now because if Cameron Green comes back in the next test, we expect Cameron Green to go into the 11. And then
Mm,
you can't um, you can't drop Peter Hanscom now, can you? He's played very well.
yeah,
And Travis Head's just come back into the team. So what happens then? You might have to put maybe Peter Hanscom to opener and Cameron Green into the team, and then David Warner doesn't make it. That's an option. So David Warner today was a big struggle. I know he fought hard and they put on a 50 partnership for the opening stand, but it was very difficult for David Warner today. It was a big struggle.
yeah. Ankit bhai asking a question. When was the last time when Australia played with one steamer?
I do remember this. It was 2017 at Chattogram against Bangladesh, and Australia won that test. Um,
Mm,
Nathan Lyon, Steve O'Keefe, and Ashton Agar, I think, were the three spinners in that game, and Pat Cummins was the only seamer in that game as well.
okay. He asked about
David
David
Warner
Warner.
scored 100. David Warner scored 100 in that game. Funnily enough, I do remember that game. He did
Wow.
play very well. Yeah.
Mm. Second question. But after this partnership, we are thinking, as an Indian point of view, I think, I was thinking that this score is going to at least 300 or something because the 50 partnership is a really good start for a visiting team. But Ravichandran Ashwin changed the game in just three balls, two big
Yeah.
wickets. Labuschagne and Smith. Your points about that wicket and Ravi Ashwin.
He's that's Ashwin at his very best. That's the cricketing smarts of Ravi Ashwin. He's got a great brain. He's very very smart when it comes to cricket because I think Mark Waugh was saying natural variation. I think there was a bit of planning in that by Ashwin. The way he released the delivery to Marnus Labuschagne was different to the way he delivered the ball to Steve
Yeah,
Smith. So it was very, very clever. It got the ball to spin into Marnus. And then Steve Smith's thinking, oh, okay, I've got to be careful of the one that spins in but he gets the one that goes across him. And unlucky for Smith, he just got a feather. You just hope that you miss it and you get beaten. But yeah, just to get Steve Smith out for a duck and, for Australia to then get 263. Yeah, it's a mixed feeling for me as an Australia fan. Maybe we could have got a little bit more. There's some decent partnerships there, but we couldn't get the big score, couldn't get the big partnership. We'll have to wait and
Yeah,
see tomorrow to see if it's a good score or not. But Ashwin he was a pleasure to watch today. It was, I know I'm
yeah,
on the opposite side. I'm supporting Australia, but you've got to just watch Ashwin and say, yeah, he's a master at work. Beautiful bowling.
yeah. My next question, Travis Head. I think you are also happy about his addition, but his wicket, he throws away his wicket on a short ball. It was a good ball though. But what do you think of his adding in that 11 or his wicket today, his batting?
Yeah, I think he had to come back into the team. I think it was unfair to drop him for the last game. So I think the selectors, they recognised their mistake and brought him back into the team. Yeah, I think I agree with you with his dismiss. I know he's very strong in that area on the offside. He cuts the ball very well, but that ball was too close to cut. It wasn't the right shot to
Hmm.
that ball. So shot selection there wasn't the best. But I think the key for Travis Head will be to be more confident against spin. I know he played a good shot against Ashwin, but at times he plays with his
Yeah.
hands very far away from the body against spin. And I think Ashwin and Jadeja and Akshar Patel will be looking at that and looking to target that throughout the series. So I think Travis has just got to let the ball come to him. I think that's what the coaches will be telling him. And hopefully he can play a good innings for us very soon.
Yeah, Peter Anscombe played a really good innings. In last, Pat Cummins also added some important runs. So, Jarbal, what do you think of this total? Is that a good score, or are you still in little
It's a 50-50
fear?
for me. I don't
Or,
know. I think I'll wait to see tomorrow whether it's a good score or not. If someone offered me at the start of the day 263, I would have said, "Oh, can you give me 300?" You know what I'm saying? Can you just give me a
yeah,
little bit more? Can you give me 300?
psychological pressure. Yeah.
Psychological and just those few extra runs I think could be crucial. But yeah, it could be a good score, but it could be a 30-30 short. It's hard to know. We just got to bowl well in the morning tomorrow, and because India's got a long. The reason why I wanted a bit more as well is that India has a very long batting lineup. Akshar Patel and Jadeja and Ashwin down the order. That's going to be tough, and even Shami can bat a bit too. So we'll see.
Mm,
There was a few deliveries there late in the day that stayed quite low. So we'll see what happens in the morning tomorrow, and then Australia have to bowl well throughout the day. We'll see.
yeah. Matty Kuhneman, the new star is playing. I
Yeah,
added some things about him. Brisbane Heat, his bowling
yeah.
in that recent domestic.
Mm,
So, do you
mm.
want to add some points about him,
So I
Matty
mentioned,
Kuhneman? I'll continue for 1 second. I'm coming in 1 second. Just wait
yep.
for 2 seconds. Answer this question. I'm coming. Yeah.
Okay, so I mentioned after the first day or the second day of the first test that Australia should have had Kundiman in the squad. I think he'd be handy, and and he bowled well today. I thought he started very well on Test debut, bowling up front with the new ball. He challenged Rohit Sharma on the front foot. So you can get a couple of deliveries to spin tomorrow. I think that straight ball becomes even more dangerous. So yeah, it was a good start from him, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then, but I think what that says as well is what Australia think about Ashton Agar because he's been in the squad, and it must seem that he's not bowling very well in training for Australia not to pick him. So, but yeah, that's another issue. But I think Kuhneman has made a promising start, and I hope he bowls well tomorrow. So I'll just cover a question here from Ankit Sharma, or just a comment that Australia lost wickets in pairs today. Completely agree. We had some good partnerships that were developing, and then we'd lose a wicket, and then we'd lose another one very quickly. Happened a few times. Smith, Carey, and then even Todd Murphy
Yeah.
there towards the end. So it's always a challenge in India to not lose wickets regularly. But yeah, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
263 could have been 300 plus.
Shami taken 4 wickets today. Mohammad Shami. Do you
Yeah,
think in playing that playing 11, Australia might miss a trick, uh, or it was just in a time of that Shami would take 4 wickets? It was not that pitch was favoring Pacers. So what do you think of it?
Shami. Yeah, Shami. He started a bit loose, Shami, but then he came into his own. He bowled some beautiful deliveries. He's a class bowler, and I think Siraj bowled very well as well. He deserved at least one wicket. The way he
Yeah, it was
challenged
very
Warner
well.
with the short ball, and then the deliveries swinging in to the left hander, and then the other ones going across. They both bowled very well. Two very high class seamers. Shami's a terrific bowler. And when he gets that ball reversing. So, look, it's a difficult one for Australia because you want to play the extra spinner, but you know you want to have room for the seamer as well. So that's where we miss Cameron Green. Um,
Hmm.
so hopefully Cummins can bowl well tomorrow. But yeah, I agree with you. There's a bit of reverse swing there. It's very dry pitch. So, but I think the spinners will get help.
Yeah.
I think the spinners will get help.
Hmm.
So I think Australia have to bowl well as a team tomorrow.
So it was a good total though. Let's see what is
Yeah, it's
happening
decent.
tomorrow.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, if Australia bowled well tomorrow, then it's an interesting test.
Correct. It depends how Australia bowl tomorrow, to be honest. Then we can judge the pitch and the score then. But now it's I feel we could have got more. We were in a position, I think, to do a bit better, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. So Charwal, I think last questions. Uh, Batting off Peter Handscomb. Last year, he also, but when last time Australia visit India, he has also scored 150 in Test and 100 in ODI series. So, uh, do you think Peter Handscomb in that up order to drop Warner in upcoming Test and bring in Cameron Green or something?
Possibly, yeah. I was saying that before. That's going to be a very challenging decision for the selectors to make because there's no way you can drop Hanscom now. He's looked arguably our best player in this series. He's been very solid. His defense has been awesome. I go back to the first innings in Nagpur. He was very solid in that innings as well. And today he played beautifully. So I was very confident when he came out to bat. I actually tweeted that he's going to get a good score today. I had that feeling. He looked very assured at the crease. He got into his work very quickly and he played very, very well. So, yeah, he's got to keep his spot in the next test. So when Cameron Green comes back, the selector's got a decision to make. That's for sure.
So, yeah, sorry for the interruption. I think my network is little bit bad today.
All good.
Charwal, any more points do you want to add about this test match and this day, particular day?
Yeah, credit to Hanscom and Kawaja. They played very well. Australia, I think, maybe left a few runs out there. I think they could have got a little bit more, but we'll judge the total tomorrow. I think we'll see what happens. If Australia
Hmm.
can get one or two early wickets, particularly Rohit Sharma, he's a big wicket. But then you've got a very good Indian batting lineup. So the spinners, I think Nathan
Yeah.
Lyon has a big role to play. That's one thing I'll say. Nathan Lyon has got to bowl well.
Hmm.
He's got to lead the way
Yeah.
and because he's
Yeah.
got two inexperienced spinners with him. So fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Our last question of this live, Cheteshwar Pujara, he's going to play his 100th test tomorrow for India. One of the, I can say, modern day greats. He has really good innings, a bit inside. I think all the places in uh, good player uh, across all places he plays. So, do you want to add something about him, Cheteshwar Pujara?
Oh, Pujara has been a wonderful player. I tweeted today he's been one of the biggest thorns for in Australia's side over the years. He's been very annoying for all Australian fans over the last,
Yeah,
6 years, 7 years. He's been terrific. When I think he's been a key reason why India won the two series in Australia.
yeah,
Um,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah, he was the glue of the batting lineup. Um, I think he hit 300s in 2018-19, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
and then
three hundred.
he batted a long period of time as well and held things together in the last series. So terrific player, and he's had a great career, and he's, by all reports, he's a true gentleman as well. So, good on him.
Yeah. So I think we should end this session. We'll come back tomorrow after that
Thanks,
day.
mate. Yep.
What is up?
Talk tomorrow.
So thanks. Yep. Bye bye.